Hello, everybody. I am yet again Bryce McKinney. Simply put, just wanted to say thank you to all of you, for each one of you for your support. I just posted a question on Facebook a couple of days ago, and I gave it a few days for to give time for people to respond, and it was the responses were pretty amazing. So I want to thank each of you for that. Those type of questions are what helped me and enable me to continue doing what I do. Because as I always say, not an expert, I just know what I know, but I'm still willing to learn. And you do that by listening and asking questions. So I want to do the sequel, if you will, to the video I did last week, talking about income. And what's more important, how much the man or woman makes, or who the person actually is. And just a few thoughts, that came to me after I did the first video, and one of them being was, what if, by chance, Sarita Jakes would have given up on TD Jakes with where he is now. When he started out, who he is now is not who he was then. What if Samuel L. Jackson would have, his wife would have given up on him? He had issues, early on in his life. She stuck with him, and the rest is history. Here's the big one that I love. What if, and I saw the movie, Michelle Obama would have said, as they say now, boy, bye. To him being who he was then, she would have completely missed the process of him becoming the president of the United States. So, here's a question, that I just want to throw out there, just to make you think. Do you have the patience to endure the process with that particular individual? And as I said before, I'm not saying for you to go out and grab a bomb and, expect him to become, the next great thing. I'm not saying that at all. But in particular for men, we have the potential to grow, and we have the potential to develop. Now, I'm not saying if the guy is immature, makes unwise decisions, that you stick with that. No, I'm not saying that at all. Only you can determine, what that's supposed to be. And if you see snippets and signs of that, early on, you may need to go ahead and tap out. But if you see that this guy has potential, and that he's got some things that he has overcome, some things that he has worked on, and he's getting better as a man, as a person. For those of us who are fathers, if you see that is getting better, you might want to reconsider, if the circumstances are right. And here's something that happened to me several years back, and it came to my mind after I actually went back and watched the first video. And that is this: I'm outside enjoying the elements, so I'm fighting bugs and mosquitoes too. So, but I had a female to tell me one time, and I'd forgotten all about it, completely forgotten about it. I asked her a question. I forget what we were talking about, but I asked her, I said, so what if I had a house that was, at least $200,000, to the minimum 3,000 square feet. I had a degree, at least a bachelor's, preferably a master's as well. And I had a 6-figure income. What would your issue be with me? This woman looked at me with a straight face and she said, nothing. I turned around and walked away. And at that point, she was like, no, wait, come back. I said, come back for what? I said, you just told me that I'm not good enough for you. That you want image, you want notoriety, you want prestige, you want, all of these categories to be fulfilled. In addition to that, I said, you told me out of your own mouth that you had never been treated as well as you had with me. You also said that I'm the first man that has treated you like a queen. So what's the problem with the relationship again? I'll run back down the list. I don't have a six-figure income. However, I've been on my job 10 plus years. I'm not a deadbeat dad. I'm not a perfect father, but I'm not a deadbeat dad. I'm in my son's life, still are. At the time, I was actually living in the studio because of my current conditions. And I said, so I don't have a degree. I'm not in school. I don't have a six-figure income, although I do have a good paying job with great benefits. So none of that is good enough for you. And then, I got to stuttering. That's not an answer. You da 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 da, but no, that's not an answer. You've already told me that I don't have these things, so I'm not good enough. So I simply say to the female that has a man who's trying to become better, who's doing, the right things, and trying to progress in life. If you have that kind of man and he's treating you right, not perfect, but treating you right, and you all can communicate, and you do things together, you laugh, you have fun, and you're great friends, I would strongly suggest that you hang on to that man. If you have a woman in the same manner, I would strongly suggest you hang on to that woman, because those type people are difficult to find these days. And again, the last video I did was based on income. If you have somebody, maybe they're not there yet, but you can at least see that they have the potential to get there. Reconsider. Just simply reconsider. But don't just knock somebody out or X them out of the equation because they're not there yet. And especially if you're not. And just remember, where you are now is not where you were then. So be mindful that person may still have to work the process just as you did. So just wanted to share that with you. That's been on me for a few days now. And, I've thought it through, and sometimes it takes me a minute to process things and get the information I need, to give, feedback the way I need to. So I just wanted to share that with you. Again, this is Price McKinney, Simply Put. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Simply Put PM. Most importantly, if you have not already, please subscribe to my YouTube page, Price McKinney, Simply Put. Type that in and it'll come up. So, and I also have now my Facebook Simply Put page, which is Simply Put PM as well. So again, I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for all your encouragement. Thank you for the purchases. If you have not gotten your, I love saying this, if you have not gotten your merch, go ahead and send me a text message, inbox, whatever, and we'll make that happen for you. And again, I'm Price McKinney, Simply Put. I am not an expert. I just simply know what I know, and I promise you I'll see you soon.